Hello everyone, my name is Masonzero ASMR, and welcome to my 500 subscribers Q&A video. Before I do anything else, I want to make sure that I thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for getting me to this point. This is all because of you and your viewership and your decision to subscribe, and I really appreciate that. Every view is amazing to me. I honestly didn't think I would get to 500 subscribers. I am surprised, but now I'm confident moving forward that we can even go up to 1,000, and who knows what the limits are. I promise to keep creating, keep making content, and as long as you guys keep enjoying it and more people keep finding it, then we're in a good place. So I looked back a couple years ago at my the video, I went back and looked at the video I made a couple years ago, my first Q&A, when I had about like 60 subscribers, I think. I had quite a few questions. Maybe there were multiple from the same person or something, but I had quite a few questions. This one, not as much. Maybe it was just a bad time. Maybe I didn't catch people. But either way, this one could be a little shorter just because there's not as many questions. So I'll try to go into as much detail as possible. I guess let's just go ahead and take a look at the first one, which comes from Indigo Stars, and they asked, what video games do you play? This is a good question. They asked it because I forget what the context was, but something about never playing Zelda, and they were basically asking, well, if you don't play Zelda, then what the heck do you play? So I'll let you know. So the games I've probably spent the most time in ever is Skyrim. I've got about 350-ish hours in Skyrim, combined with the regular version and the special edition. Skyrim is by far my favorite game. I also play Fortnite. That's been a recent thing in the last couple months. I'm loving the game. It's frustrating and challenging at times, but I really like it, and some of my friends have started playing it, so it's been a lot of fun. I also I haven't done it as much lately, but I was playing a lot of Warframe, which is another free online game. And then, I'm forgetting something. I guess in general I play a lot of strategy games when I can. I don't play as many as I think I do, but I'm a big fan of Homeworld, that series from quite a while ago. League of Legends. I've played a lot of League of Legends as well. I still enjoy it, even though I don't play it very often. A similar question comes next from Miss Wisp, who asked, what is your favorite video game of all time? And I think I kind of answered that already, that of course being Skyrim. I've also added a lot of mods to both my Skyrim and Skyrim Special Edition, just because the game is great on its own, but there's so many small little tweaks that make things better, and just the user interface of the menus is pretty bad in the base game, so my favorite mod is probably Sky UI that changes all that stuff and makes it so much better. Yeah, Skyrim is definitely my favorite game. If we're going just on sheer time played, I think League of Legends is up there too, just because I've played so much of that game in the past. Next, ASMR Gaming News asks, who is your favorite Overwatch character, and will you play Overwatch for your channel? I've never played Overwatch. I don't own Overwatch. I don't follow Overwatch. I am terrible at games like Overwatch. Maybe I'm better now, but last time I tried playing games like Overwatch, it just didn't work out very well. Maybe I'm missing something because I don't know the game, but in my experience, playing games that I consider to be similar. I don't do very well, so I like to think of Team Fortress 2. Seems similar, at least. Small map, small selection of characters you can choose from that each have special abilities. I'm just bad at things like that, and kind of fast-paced shooters like that. I've mentioned that I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, but that's a little bit different. You can strategize a little more. It's not quite just suddenly fast-paced. So to answer the question, what is my favorite Overwatch character? I don't have one. Based on my extremely limited knowledge of the game, I think that if I did play, I would probably play Mercy, I think. I think she's the healer. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But in League of Legends, I play mostly support champions, so I think I would like a similar role in Overwatch, but I'm not sure. I would have to try it. I would love to play Overwatch for the channel if I ever get it. I know sometimes it goes on sale. I don't have any close friends that play it, so no one's really tried to get me too into it. So I just haven't bothered. Let's see. The next question comes from Miss Wisp again, and it is, what is your favorite trigger? I was thinking about this for a while before the video because it's a tough question. There's so many great triggers out there, and they do different things at different times. So some triggers I really like at sometimes, and then sometimes I don't like them as much later on. I think that my favorite trigger overall, though, is actually singing or humming, which is kind of a weird one and one that I don't see too often. And maybe that's why it works so well for me, because it's kind of more rare. But for whatever reason, singing and humming is my favorite. Occasionally I just binge ASMR singing and guitar playing videos, because that does a lot for me. In general, I just like slow whispering or soft speaking. It depends on the person who's doing it. But yeah, I think singing and humming is my favorite trigger. First name, last name asks, how did you get into ASMR? Which I'm going to combine with this other question from Swan Whispers ASMR, who asked, what is the first ASMR video you ever watched? So the first ASMR video I ever watched wasn't technically ASMR, but I'll also mention the first videos I watched. My first introduction of getting into ASMR, I didn't know the name of it yet. I was looking for relaxing videos, and I found an origami YouTube channel, and the lady's voice was very relaxing. She had a slight accent and just had a very relaxing way of doing things, but it wasn't labeled as ASMR, although funny enough, her channel now is actually like kind of 50-50 ASMR and regular origami, but she does origami ASMR. I believe that channel is called Happy Folding. So that's pretty funny. But my first actual ASMR video, which I found while searching through, just YouTube looking for relaxing videos, was gentle whispering, as I believe a lot of us, were introduced to ASMR by. I don't remember exactly which video per se, but I think it was I want to say it was 2013, maybe 2012, that I first discovered her channel and those videos. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, I was just looking for something to help me sleep, and those came up eventually. Nothing too exciting there. In terms of how I started the ASMR channel, that was it was a couple things. It was mostly the fact that I really enjoyed watching ASMR, and I thought that perhaps I could make some, and that it could be good. Secondary reason is because when I started the channel, I did not have a job. I was somewhat recently graduated from college, and the job hunt was not going super well, so I had a lot of free time on my hands. and stayed up late. So I had a lot of time and energy to make ASMR content, and that's when I started. Now I am in a similar boat where I've been out of work for 6 months. So I definitely have time to make videos, although I'm very busy with other things. I do freelance work and have a couple other YouTube channels, and just, I'm generally busy throughout the day, but it's nice to have the time to do that, certainly. The last question comes from Gaslamp ASMR. He has a bit of a long one here. Your production setup seems similar to mine, with some older and more discreet gear, as in separate mics and mixing boards, etc. What encouragement or advice would you give new creators on production topics, and what one piece of new gear would you buy for your own channel? So, yes, first of all, my setup is made up of a lot of discrete individual pieces of hardware. So to quickly go through it, I have this microphone right here that you see, which is a Shure SM57. It is not made for ASMR, it is made for recording music, which is what I purchased it for and still use it for to this day. It is a great amp for guitar and vocals. It does a great job. I have that connected to a mic stand that is connected to my desk, so I always have that there. What you are viewing me through is my Canon Rebel T5 camera, which is not what I film my videos with. I usually film my videos with an older, well, I shouldn't say older, my previous iPhone, because it's, it films in 1080, it looks good, it's small and convenient, so that's what I do. And then I have a Behringer mixing board. It has 4 channels. I'm just using one right now, of course, but I have that, which really I'm just using it for the preamp. I'm not necessarily mixing anything, but so it's a little overkill, but it's what I have. And then that runs into my laptop right here, and I record into Audacity where I do the editing, and then I go into Premiere Pro to edit the video together with the audio. So that's that. That's my setup real quick. As far as what encouragement or advice I would give to new creators in terms of production, I would say don't overthink it, and don't think that you have to spend hundreds of dollars just to get started. If you have an iPhone, then you already have a camera, and you already have a microphone. Some of my earlier videos are filmed with the headset that has a microphone that came with my iPhone, and something as simple as that can be used. Just get a good feel for how it picks up sound, and throw some noise canceling on that if you have access to additional software, and then your video will be fine. So my advice is don't worry about everything getting started. It's not going to be expensive. Feel it out first, see if it's something you want to do, and then spend the money. As far as what piece of gear I would want to buy for the channel, I would say a new microphone, just because this Shure SM57 is not made for recording anything like ASMR, and it's fine, but it doesn't do what I want it to do. It's a very directional microphone. It doesn't capture everything around it very well. There's a lot of other microphones that people use for ASMR, all the way up from, down from a Blue Yeti up to, something more expensive. I'm not really sure exactly what people use, to be honest, but just because I haven't been in the market for it, because it's a little bit outside of what I would like to spend, considering I already have a microphone that works just fine. But if I could get any piece of gear, I think that's what it would be. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with everything that I have. The other thing I'd like to purchase for the channel, which is not gear related necessarily, is the Adobe Creative Suite, because I do have Photoshop and Premiere Pro, which I use literally every day. but I don't own them. It's someone else's license, and they just forgot to take it away from me or whatever. I don't have access to the account though, so I don't have updates. So for those two combined reasons, I would like to purchase the Adobe Suite. And I believe actually on my Patreon, I do have a goal set there that I believe is $50 a month, which is how much it would cost per month to own the Adobe Suite, since they do it on a monthly basis, basically. So yeah, that is the Q&A. If you have more questions, I'm happy to answer them in the comments or make another video. For some reason, there's a lot of them. I hope that all of you who submitted questions got the answers you're looking for, and thank you so much for submitting questions, by the way. Always happy to talk and to answer. Yeah, I don't really know if I have much else to say. Just thank you for supporting me. Some of you guys who've submitted questions are some of my greatest supporters, whether you've been here for a few weeks or months or even for a couple years, like I think one or two of you have. So I really appreciate your support, whether it's recent or long term. So hope you all enjoyed this video and enjoy all the other videos that you've seen from me. And I hope you have a great day, a great night, and I will see you in next week's video. Goodbye.